envious of the Pandavas, and they had unlawfully taken their land. So the battle was to see who was to be the ruler of the entire world at that time, 5,000 years ago. Before the battle started, the Kurus had the option of taking soldiers, a big Akshauhini of soldiers, or they could take Krishna on their side. So they chose the soldiers, and the Pandavas chose Krishna because they knew that Krishna is all-powerful. Nobody will win with Krishna opposing them. So when Krishna says he's the Lord of all planets and demigods, that includes everyone. It includes Lord Brahma, it includes Lord Shiva, it includes Varuna, Chandra, and all of the different demigods. They are all servants of Krishna. Even Lord Shiva, he says, when Parvati asked him, what is the best kind of service? He said, Aradhana Sabha. Who knows the verse? Aradhana Sabha Isham Tasmad Aradhanam Param Tasmad Prataram Devi. Anyway, he says of all types of service, the service of Vishnu is the best, or Krishna is the best, because he's the Supreme God. But even higher than that is the service of Krishna's devotees. We don't call ourselves Krishna's devotees. We call the pure devotees of Krishna, like Srila Prabhupada, devotees of Krishna. We're practicing devotees. We're trying to get to this point in our lives. We understand the purpose of life is to become Krishna conscious, and that our real home is not in this world, but in the spiritual world. And we want to stop this whole process of birth and death, and we want to go back home, back to Godhead, back to Krishna, and enjoy life eternally with no birth, death, disease, and old age. So on this battlefield, Krishna enlightens Arjuna, his dear friend, on the purpose of religion and life, to enlighten everyone, not just Arjuna. So Arjuna says to Krishna that you please drive my chariot between the two armies so that I can see who's going to fight me. So we'll start there and read the verse. Sorry for the long preamble. Bhagavad Gita text, chapter 1, and I've lost the place again. At this point, would anyone like to ask a question? Right? Yeah.
Why is it the song of God? It seems more like a conversation between two people. So why is the Bhagavad Gita?
Speak up a little bit.
Why is the Bhagavad Gita called the song of God? It seems more like just a regular conversation rather than a song.
Well, you explained last week, but I'll explain again that in the spiritual world, all speech is song and all step is dance. So Sanskrit language is not spoken, it's sung. And so when Krishna is speaking, he's actually singing, so it's a song of God. Is that okay? Text 21. I'll just read the Sanskrit out fairly quickly. Veda vinasinam nityam ya enam ajam avyayam katam so purusha partha kam gataya hanti kam.
Seems different. If we write the wrong one on the board there.
Oh yeah, I'm reading from chapter 2.
That's 21,
I should have brought my glasses. Sorry about that.
Need to borrow a pen?
So Arjuna Vacha?
Yeah, Arjuna Vacha. Text,
Okay.
text 21,
Yeah,
22.
we're on the right page. Sanaya
Yeah, that one.
Nivadye Ratam Stapaya Me Chuta Yavaretam Niksheham Yadokamam
Avasthitam.
Avasthitam. Sorry about this.
You have some glasses.
Yeah, that'll be good. Thank you. Maya Sahayodhavyam Asmin Rana Samujana. Translation. Arjun said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies, so that I may see who is present here, who is desirous of fighting, and with whom I must contend in this great battle attempt. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Although Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, out of his causeless mercy, he was engaged in the service of his friend. So there's a story about this actually. Lord Chaitanya, when he was on his tour of South India, he met one Brahmana who was reading the Bhagavad Gita, and people were laughing at this Brahmin because they knew he was illiterate and he couldn't actually read properly. So Lord Chaitanya came to him and said, I see you're reading Bhagavad Gita, but you're illiterate. Everyone tells me you're illiterate, but I see there's a tear in your eye when you are reading. And he says, why is that? And he said, well, Krishna is so great. He's the Lord of everything, the Lord of everyone. Everyone is a servant of Krishna. And all of his devotees love Krishna and they serve Krishna. Yet here, Krishna is driving the chariot of his devotee. He's acting as a servant of his devotee. And this makes me cry, because I can see how wonderfully merciful and kind Krishna is. So this is the relationship between Krishna and the devotees, is that the devotees are always trying to serve Krishna, but Krishna is trying to serve the devotees. So we'll go on. He never fails in his affection for his devotees, and thus he is addressed herein as infallible. As charioteer, he had to carry out the orders of Arjuna, and since he did not hesitate to do so, he is addressed as infallible. Although he had accepted the position of the charioteer for his devotee, his supreme position was not challenged. In all circumstances, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Rishikesh, the Lord of the total senses. Excuse me.